Vision member to pull off a major swerve and bring Seth Rollins back into the faction. Last week's episode of WWE Raw ended in pure chaos, leaving fans stunned and social media buzzing with reactions. The shocking moment came when Seth Rollins, one of the most decorated and respected superstars in WWE, was unceremoniously kicked out of the Vision, the very faction he had built around his ideals and dominance. The betrayal was led by none other than Bron Breakker, who has quickly become one of the most dangerous and unpredictable figures in WWE. The brutal moment saw Breakker deliver a thunderous spear to Rollins in the middle of the ring, leaving the crowd in disbelief. Standing nearby were Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman, both of whom looked absolutely shocked, clearly trying to process what had just happened. The betrayal seemed sudden, brutal, and calculated, a move that could change the entire balance of power on Monday Night Raw. After the shocking attack, Breakker stood tall and made his position very clear. He gave a chilling ultimatum to Reed and Heyman, stating that they had two choices: they could either stand with him or stand against him. The tension in the arena was palpable as the two hesitated, clearly caught off guard by the unexpected turn of events. Eventually, both of them chose to side with Breakker, but their facial expressions told a different story. It was evident that neither of them knew about the plan beforehand. The entire segment raised more questions than answers. Was this a premeditated betrayal by Breakker alone, or had someone else been pulling the strings behind the scenes? The atmosphere was electric, and fans knew that the fallout would be explosive in the weeks to come. As the WWE Universe continues to dissect every second of last week's events, there's growing speculation that this story may not be as straightforward as it seems. The Vision might not be completely done with Seth Rollins just yet. One of the key indicators fueling this speculation came from Bronson Reed himself. Despite standing by Breakker's side after the betrayal, fans noticed an interesting detail about Reed's social media activity that suggests he might not be fully aligned with the dog of WWE. On X, formerly Twitter, Reed's header image still includes Seth Rollins, the Visionary himself. Even after Rollins was kicked out of the group, Reed hasn't updated his profile image, something fans quickly noticed and began to analyze. While it's possible that Reed simply forgot to change the header, WWE fans are well aware that in this company, nothing happens by accident. Every social media move by a superstar is carefully watched, and sometimes subtle hints on social media turn out to be major story clues. One fan even pointed out the header in a viral post, sparking widespread discussion about what it could mean. Could Reed be planning something behind Bron Breakker's back? Could he be secretly working with Rollins to pull off a shocking swerve of his own? The possibility that the Vision may not be as fractured as it appears has fans glued to their screens in anticipation of what happens next. Adding another layer of intrigue to the story, reports have surfaced suggesting that Seth Rollins is injured and might require surgery. While WWE has not officially confirmed the severity of the injury, the news has naturally sparked concern among fans. However, it's also led to skepticism. After all, this isn't the first time Rollins has played mind games with the audience. Not long ago, he orchestrated what was described as the ruse of the century, leaving fans questioning what was real and what was part of his elaborate mind games. Because of that, some viewers aren't ready to believe that Rollins is truly sidelined. There's a lingering suspicion that he might be faking the injury to set up a shocking return or revenge plot against Breakker and anyone else who betrayed him. Still, if the injury reports are legitimate, the implications for WWE's world title scene are massive. Rollins currently holds the World Heavyweight Championship, and if he's forced to take time off for surgery, that could mean the title will need to be vacated. WWE has faced this kind of situation before, but given Rollins' current storyline, this one feels particularly impactful. If he does vacate the championship, it would not only be a major blow to Raw, but would also open up a huge opportunity for other top stars to step into the spotlight. CM Punk, who recently returned to WWE and has a guaranteed World Heavyweight Championship match in his contract, would be the most affected by such a change. With Rollins potentially out of action, Punk would be left without a clear opponent. To resolve this, WWE official Adam Pearce could decide to organize a massive battle royal on Raw to determine who would face Punk for the now vacated title. This would not only keep the championship picture exciting, but would also provide an opportunity for emerging stars like Bron Breakker or Gunther to step up and make their mark on the main event scene. However, it's important to note that everything surrounding this situation remains purely speculative for now. WWE thrives on blurring the lines between reality and fiction, and this storyline seems designed to keep fans guessing. The company knows exactly how to use uncertainty to build anticipation, and this Rollins-Breakker saga is the perfect example. If Seth truly is injured, fans will no doubt wish him a speedy recovery. But if this is all part of a larger plan, then the WWE Universe may be in for one of the most brilliantly executed storylines in recent memory. In the meantime, Bron Breakker's role continues to grow more fascinating. The young powerhouse has always been seen as a future world champion, but this heel turn and leadership of the Vision could be his ticket to main event status. With his raw power, ruthless attitude, and now a major betrayal under his belt, Breakker has firmly established himself as one of the most compelling villains on Raw. The way he delivered that spear to Rollins wasn't just an attack, it was a statement. It was the moment he declared that he was done living in anyone's shadow, even that of a world champion. Bronson Reed's position, however, remains a mystery. While he initially appeared to side with Breakker, his body language told a different story. There's a strong possibility that he's playing along for now, waiting for the right moment to strike. Reed has always been known as a powerhouse who doesn't take orders easily. If he feels that Breakker's leadership is too volatile, he might very well turn against him. And if that means joining forces with a returning Seth Rollins, it could make for an explosive reunion that shakes WWE to its core. And then there's Paul Heyman, the ultimate strategist of WWE. Throughout his career, Heyman has aligned himself with dominant champions and larger-than-life personalities. His shocked reaction last week suggested he wasn't in on Breakker's plan, but fans know better than to take Heyman's expressions at face value. It's entirely possible that he's playing his own long game, perhaps using Breakker as a means to an even bigger end. Whether that end involves controlling the World Heavyweight Championship picture or manipulating events behind the scenes remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Heyman is never just a bystander. With so many moving parts, Rollins' injury, Breakker's sudden leadership, Reed's loyalty in question, and Heyman's unpredictable presence, WWE Raw is more unpredictable than ever. The coming weeks promise to deliver high drama, unexpected alliances, and possibly a shocking twist that redefines the Vision entirely. Whether Seth Rollins returns as a vengeful mastermind or Bron Breakker cements his dominance as the new face of Raw, fans can be sure that WWE has something major in store. For now, the only way to find out what's real, what's planned, and what's coming next is to tune in and witness the aftermath of last week's betrayal unfold live on Monday Night Raw.